Hi and welcome back to MDriven. Today we're going to talk about localization or translation. So what we have done is implemented translations and localizations, and this is done by you actually extending your model with a known agreed upon pattern. So you need a sys-translatable class that has a value. You also need sys-translation objects connected to this translatable. And the third class you need is the sys-translation language. This one has a code. And the relations go like this and are named exactly like shown here and also on the wiki and on the blog. So once you have this, and I'm gonna start the turnkey prototyper. Let's say that we have a lot of texts here that we might want to translate to the language that the user has set in his browser. I'm gonna do auto forms now so that I can create objects for this new model. I'm gonna create some language codes and connect them to the translatable thing. So here I have a translatable something, let's see, some string. Okay, maybe I did that wrong. It was all things. Yeah, and the translations was some all thing. But this is a translation. Okay. So I still can't see anything because everything is cached. So I need to restart the browser to actually see it. Now I see all things but the translation. Okay. Well, this would be a pain if I had to create these objects by hand like this for every text in my application. So what we did is to discover the texts used and that you can spool them out to create objects for you. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do a simple UI to manage my translation needs. And I'm gonna add a button to spool all the mist. And when I press that, I can see all the text that has been discovered by the application so far. Let's go ahead and add the translations to this view as well. I'll make it editable so that it will be easier to maintain. Add an action to actually create new translations objects. And something like this. And if I have this, I can also add a translation for Swedish. Okay. So this is English, and actually there was a bug discovered, but I'm gonna show in Firefox. In Firefox I can see that this is the Swedish translation is shown, but there's still an issue with the caching. So we added yet another way to reset the translation cache. This will make it easier for your translators to see the effect. So we had a bug discovered, but that's fixed now, and it's that the browsers send in the language and the culture separately, and a bit it's hard to know what they will send, different for different browsers and language settings. But having the reset cache option here, I can now make the translation trigger without needing to restart. Also, it's important that you set the show web page option for language and not only the display language for the browser. So that's about it, and having this possibility makes it enables you to deliver your application on the culture that the user has set in the browser. Thank you.